Hello. Joining me again for another marvelous day of Phoenix Wright. I completely forgot that we had left off on Sandwich Lady, but, well, here we are. So what happened last time? Alright. The chief attorney lady, prosecutor, she's, currently in jail for murdering someone. Someone saw her do it, and it was this lady, apparently. She saw her stab someone, so we're getting to the bottom of it. Our disciple, our pupil, Maya, is no longer with us. God rest her soul. So we've got a new sidekick. I don't remember her name, but she's a smart, geeky type. Gonna help us as our sidekick. We came into the murder scene and are currently investigating. Met the other prosecutor, who is a rootin' tootin' cowboy. Yeah, he was an interesting fella. Didn't want us snooping around. I wonder why. Probably because he's covering something up, but we'll see. Yeah. Left off, this lady showed up when we were about to leave. And, we were talking to her about stuff. We also found this ID. Wait, why is he in evidence? Oh, no, he's not. He's in profiles. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You can do, like, this 3D thing. Oh. A name and ID number are written here. Detective Bruce Goodman. ID number 584-2189. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. Oh, that's right. The conversation where they're like, you could use letters. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They're the reasons why we had written language in the first place. True. Detective Bruce Goodman, ID, Yabba-dab. Yabba-dabba-doo. See, wouldn't that be better? Yabba-dab? It does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Huh? It doesn't take much to amuse her. Look at this 3D technology. Wow. I have a feeling that's actually going to be irritating as fuck. Oh, I can check the pin? Never mind, this is the grit. It's got a screw on it? What an interesting pin. Wait. What's this about? So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin. You know, same. I literally just... Each badge has a number carved into it. Oh, this is important. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. Interesting. You mean you can lend your badge to anyone? Nope. I'd be found right away. Well, that's no fun. It's not meant to be fun. That's the point. Can I examine the little jury symbol? No? Or, I don't... Scale? There we go. What was her voice? Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny was yesterday's special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequality. Inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday, they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So, she's saying... There was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was the most compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have personal grievances with prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence for all this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Interesting. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. They're cannibals. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Mrs. Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they mean when they say they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield that knife so. Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the murder? The murder? The crime? The murder? The stabbing? The sound of his silvery ties to the world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second. You know Lana Skye? Huh, of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. I have a feeling she might have been the murderer. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Angel. Can we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind that you could only tell someone who has tried General Tso's trilobite lunch set. Is the implication that the prosecutors in here aren't from Japan? And that's why they like the food? Or is it that they're not? I don't know. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate that part of the trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, if selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Starr, are a lunch vendor with ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Starr? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like a 10-year-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. You'd be sure to cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. Oh, that'd be a sure cause. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but no, I'm not so sure. She's up to something. A defense attorneys must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling a Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. Jesus. Phoenix, chill. About this card. Lunchable vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else.
No. This isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective.
And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady. Why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective.
Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Well, I guess we're done here. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, I can't turn, so I don't think I'm missing anything here. Oh, let's go to the High Prosecutor's office. That suit looks familiar. Look! It's, the Steel Samurai. February 22. High Prosecutor's office. Room 1202.
This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really.
Thanks.
Look! There's a trophy or something here.
A trophy? What? That a shield?
It really takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, he must be a real stuck-up jerk.
Mr. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice! What? How is the suit on the wall and you're also wearing the suit? What's going on? Long time no see, Edgeworth.
Huh? Mr. Edgeworth?
Huh? You know him from somewhere?
Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once and...
Right. Her sister was the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you. I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I?
Oh god, I skipped it. Oh! There's no way to check the thing, is there? Damn it.
It was just Mr. Wright here.
Hey, don't blame me.
We're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
The body was found in the nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
Unfortunately, no, not in these older games. I'm sure it wasn't that important. It's just character building at the moment. Huh? That would be my car. What of it? Of course it's your car! Of course you drive a bright red car. Because you're just that kind of a piece of shit.
What? Your car?
I'll say one thing. She certainly could scream. I don't have the lungs for that. Alright, explain to me. Literally explain to me how the fuck...
Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket.
Lucky jacket, right? I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind it. Why is it in a frame? Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
She's getting way too excited over this. Steel Samurai! A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect.
What a nice desk. Easy to use, easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
Huh. Because he literally said that.
Maybe I'll take that plaque as a souvenir.
Don't. He'll sue you. He will. I wanna...
My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before.
And beside it, a giant steel samurai.
Wait, is that the old... No, old bag was old bag. Not Wendy. Okay.
And beside a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of this foot. Wendy Oldbag is her whole name. I was right! Yes! Stupid old bag. Between a rock and a hard place, God damn it, Wendy.
Wendy, is she Mr. Edward's fiance?
Yes. Yes, Emma. She is, in fact, Mr. Edward's fiance, whether he knows it or not. Oh, okay. All right. I don't think so. No, it's a fiance, all right. Can I click on the T?
Oh, cute. It's a pretty tea set.
Why does Edgeworth have memories of trials I've beat him in? I go for more than an instant. I go for more instant tea bags myself. You see, this is why you're Phoenix.
Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place, origin, and flavor. Look at the royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction.
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far. What's up with the chess set, though?
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my cheese. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like a blue's in a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh?
Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must have been an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Let's see the book collection.
Whoa, these are all case files. They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good at with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Oh. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Poor Gumshoe.
He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets on the ladder. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It's got a big K on it.
Oh, it's prosecutors. Huh? What was that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send the shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's...
K stands for king.
Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors? Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better.
Why was that added to the... Oh, wait, no, it's important. Never mind. It's actually important. King of the Prosecutor's trophy has been added to the court record. Time for the sofa.
Mr. Edwards is such a comfy sofa.
Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap.
I bet he pores over his case files until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves.
Ma'am, please, PG.
And goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow.
I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working.
I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool.
Sofa hair is cool? Oh, wait, no. I want to check the window.
Whoa! What a view! Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
I guess you would feel important.
Incidentally, were you to jump out of this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds.
That's handy to know. Wait, that is actually important to know. I don't know why they would have gone out of their way to put that in, but I feel like that's rather important. Given to Edgeworth, king of the prosecutors, on the PD. Oh, at the PD on the day of the king murder. On the day of the murder, not the king murder. God damn it. I swear to God I could read. I swear. Let's zoom in here. How do I zoom in again? X. Oh no. I swear to God I got the hang of it.
Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
Huh? Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow, one guy's listened a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet Mr. Von Karma sometime.
Sure, let's go down to the local precinct and you can meet him right now. He just says it. His name does have a kind of a ring to it. Is that it for it? I can't like examine this. As much as I want to examine it, I can't examine it. Guess not. Alright. Let's talk. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. What the fuck is this face? Is that a smug? Did they add a smug to his fucking models? Motherfucker.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him.
Emma! Your sister did not stab him. God.
Oh, wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then?
Yes, sir. Emma Sky, it's nice to meet you again.
Now that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise to me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still. Now I'm forced to prove my superior's guilt. Are you kidding me? Of course you're the prosecutor for this. I thought it was going to be the other guy, though. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor. The top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow.
You? Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, does that mean it's the fucking other dude that did it? Here, hold on. Edgeworth. Take a look at my badge. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago.
What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
Mr. Wright,
Huh? What?
are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth isn't gonna pull shenanigans on me. I'm fine. I trust him. Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be more on the same side as Edgeworth. Then my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Fine, I won't show him the ID. So in other words, you're the best of the best this year, huh? So you can take that... Oh, so you can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department ceremony to receive the broken shield. The police department? Yeah, we're next to the police station downtown. You've been there, right? You're where Detective Gumshoe works, right?
I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. I fucking swear to, if he had a punchable face before, he has an even more punchable face when he does this face.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him about yesterday.
To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Yeah, that you're a cannibal? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time where there weren't rumors about this guy. Fucking hate that. Forging evidence, arranging false testimonies, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of the last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy! Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop.
But
some of them even go as far to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's going to be a story behind it. There's got to be a story behind that one. Look. Well, you don't like this exclusive Edgeworth face? This exclusively punchable Edgeworth face. You can't tell me that's not smug. He's looking at it, he's like, I'm better than you and I know it. How's that paycheck, Phoenix? You saved me, but I'm looking at my office compared to yours. Also, how is that bronze if it's green? Unless it's a rusted bronze. Salary cutting noises? That is exactly the type of face salary cutting noises would make. Yeah, it can rust into green. Yeah. They're oxidized? Yeah, oxidized. Rust, oxidized, same thing. EW. Endwalker. Huh? Chief Prosecutor Sky? Yeah, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. One of the last streamers I watched is playing LOL. Why? Good question. Good question. It was my first big case. Anyway, distract me, Fuku. I don't want to think about it. It was my first big case.
That's right, I remember.
2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. Sorry. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you.
Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? You can't tell me that's the face of a guilty man. Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. I have a lot of questions, but the burning one is, why do you have a knife?
What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon?
To be specific, it was a knife kept in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Oh. Self-defense, duh. He's not a defense attorney. Look. He's a prosecutor, so I feel like he should know that using a sharp weapon implement as a self-defense weapon is not a good idea. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, you can't even take a joke.
You have a strange sense of humor, right?
Wait, what? The murder weapon found in Edgeworth's toolbox. Traces of the victim's blood, no prints. Whoa.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth's cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it up in the wild.
Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now there's a scary thought. The hilt? No? No engraving? Pretty basic knife. It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense. Especially with you.
He doesn't like you very much, does he, Mr. Wright?
Nah, with Edgeworth it's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. You gonna tell me why you have a knife in the trunk of your car? Could you tell me more about yesterday? The day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office.
Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort out the file and all the evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
No, and another thing. Ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and the awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's where you got this shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back at around 5:12. That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves with our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Very much like Edgeworth. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place at around 5:15. Interesting.
So the murder happened right after you got back?
What, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd be direct with that suspicious glare somewhere else. Who? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. I've got a report for you, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. None of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring anything unrelated. Sir, but sir! I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. Self-defense, huh? Oh, wait, no, I read that. I wasn't aware of the prosecutors. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. Good luck with that raise next motion. Next motion, and good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave the brains. They gave out brains. Good luck. Meekins, no. Why is his hand bandaged? Right. Yes, sir. Oh, you caught me off guard. God damn it. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. Going on to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to finally have calmed down At least. I'm busy preparing for tomorrow. And I'm not in the mood for idle banter. Especially not with you.
Let's go, Mr. Wright.
Fine. We'll just have to talk to him when he perks up. Oh, look, he's perked up. Bam, bam, ba-da-dum, bam, 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 ba-dum. Can you take a look at this?
You?
Yes?
You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No thanks. She didn't even look at me.
You just have to brew the leaves a long time to get the rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it. So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite.
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Oof! Nothing new to say about that. Let's go talk to Meekins, the police department. February 22, police department entrance.
Phew, we're finally here. Why'd they put all the detectives so far away from the prosecutor's office?
It took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. This is the first time to the police department, actually. This is my first time to the police department, actually. Hold on, what's that? Oh, look, it's animated.
Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that?
Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. I'm trying to make him a police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright, you know a lot about the police department. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger.
No.
Oh, he noticed me.
Sure is running over here fast. Something smells afoot. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line. Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What? Well... At least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey! I'll have you know I'm very busy man, pal. Look at my attorney badge. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this every time that we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
Wait. Speaking of ID cards, I found the detective's card, didn't I? Sure, why not? Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is the detective's ID card. You can't keep that. You gotta turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me in so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Huh? Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
You don't work together with him in criminal
Affairs. Whoa! Now I remember! Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! That's what I thought.
Can you tell me more about Can you tell us more about Detective Gumshoe?
Hey, that's it. That's the King of the Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were we at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is that award a shield? Why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even got naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Yeah, heard about those rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? Would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing. Wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have, Thank you, Baki, for the follow. Appreciate it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth. Same conversation? Yeah. Okay. Before we do anything, we examine.
I always get excited when I go to the police station.
Why is that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie.
Huh?
You know, with all the police and criminals.
Well, I don't know if that's all that exciting.
Sure it is. Look at the two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust.
Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Oof. What are they talking about? Look, the patrolman is saluting the other guy. Must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup, you'll get cold, buddy. Your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes.
Make a good pair.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
A panda? That can't be correct.
Not that I have any scientific proof. It's just a theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did they not have that at your zoo? The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama is in action.
Somehow the thought of fails to excite me. Me too, Phoenix. Me too. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought that was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who look like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point. Wait. Is that a reference to something? All that I can think of is the Mandela catalog.
The banner was in here announcing the crime-fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprint sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
A family wouldn't want to set at home. It's good for finding out who snuck into cookie jars.
I think it's most families can figure out without extra help. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Phoenix on that one. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. Better not agree with to defend the subject in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. He says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
What if she's not telling the truth?
Yeah, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence is faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is the little girl peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect, Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So what are you doing in here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. What? Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time?
What happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, my sister's case and all.
It's true. Never really had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are getting into criminal affairs now. Lowest ranked guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting anyone of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? Almost as if they're hiding something. So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger danced down pat.
Is there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing the investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall is assigned to the underground parking lot.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, I did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. So this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think that's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. Alana's confessing to it as such. He's in a tough spot. Again. Bang! Well, it started with the murder and that defense attorney, Hammond.
But Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal. There's always been rumors about Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright. There was always whispers, rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always been unusually strong ties to the police department, to the department's higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, the latest case started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be in that one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. Makes sense. Do you have any evidence to give? No. I think I presented him everything, didn't I? Well, back to the law offices. Pepe D. Check my badge. See this? It's my attorney badge.
Oh, well, I've never really seen one before.
You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me.
Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit.
She analyzed it scientifically.
There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it.
Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Here, see this?
Ah, I've noticed that the defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things.
What is this? A behavioral study of lawyers? None? I'm guessing we have to go talk to her sister. Oh. She's not here. Oh. Oh, he's not here anymore.
There's a jacket framed on the wall like a painting. The fabric is high-grade cashmere, Italian styling, silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and a gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth the $5,000.
$5,000?
Speaking of which, your suit would be about.
That's enough of that. I don't need my life appraised, but thank you very much. You didn't have anything to say about that. Now go to the police department. We showed them all that. Maybe I need to click on the door? Interesting. She didn't want to see any of that, so... Was there seriously no one here? Yeah, no one there. I might have missed something when talking to Gumshoe. Let me make sure I showed him all the events. Double... None? Let's try storing her the stuff. More about the tea? Yeah. Well. That's the tea set. The files. We'll find something in the files. Okay then. I feel like there's something I need to show Gumshoe that I'm not showing. So what would it be? Oh, I should probably check if there's something to talk to the girl about. No, not move. I guess she doesn't have anything to talk about. There's no one there. She has more to talk about? She does not have more to talk about. Maybe I didn't examine something.
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing blue badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I did it all. I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work, I guess.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor blue badger, fated to dance till he drops.
Ah, okay, there we go. That's all I know about that. Not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try and make some things a little easier for you. Show him this, we'll let you dive the crime scene. Maybe. Oh shit, a letter of introduction. Yo, that's huge. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there. Nobody will look at you twice, pal. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go about blabbing about things I don't know about. What? But you literally said you made it. Well, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Alright. Back to the underground parking lot. February 22. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. I have to go use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Look! Looks like the investigation's still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pill till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, babe.
Oh, still here? Well, hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too.
What? Hold on. A work of art designed by the head detective and created by Detective Gumshoe. The more you know. Letter of introduction. Oh, wait. Received from Detective Gumshoe allows the bearer to investigate the scene of the crime. What is that scratched out?
Hey, look there. Looks like something's been erased. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing.
No, that sounds about right. Isn't that detective's case?
Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator.
Can I open it? I cannot open it. Okay. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong with Hey, what's wrong, Bambino? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. That baby. Take a look at my attorney badge. Officer Marshall, can you take a look at this? Whoa, partner. If you're fixing to draw on me, you best be ready for a shootout. Ready to become food for the vultures, compadre?
Are you ready, Mr. Wright?
Somehow I don't think he's going to help us. Officer Marshall? Oh, the same thing. Alright, compadre, count to 3, huh? You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Yeah, as soon as someone gives you evidence, you shoot them. Alright. Remind me never to visit Texas. You should probably not visit Texas for other reasons. But yeah, if that's what keeps you away from Texas, stay away from Texas. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Oh, it's the same thing. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I'll warn you, fan letters to me go right to the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog? You on a birthday party or something? Huh? Look where it should say the letter of introduction. It says invitation. Ah, I think it just miswrote it. Great, Detective Gumshoe. I owe you one. No worries. It proves that it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. I guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Officer Marshall isn't a detective. He's a patrolman. That reminds me of something.
That is odd. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective for hire?
Well, folks, clues are called. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for the lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are settling the land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say we won't be needing this anymore. That Gumshoe's letter of introductions crumble. Wow! Ain't that fucking rude? I can't fucking believe you, right? I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. Beam of light, illuminating evildoers, come in the dark night.
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight.
Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. What's that? Some sort of police report? Police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, found it at a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance. In this rat hole, if you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene. A tiny little town. Tiny little evidence. And these tiny little bottle of tequila that I got with me. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas.
That is not the note that you should be taking, but alright. Look, I'm not gonna stop you from writing that.
There's no better way to study than to get the hang of the pros.
He's not a pro. Nah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield that? A toy knight, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self. The prosecutor's office in criminal affairs is surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Oh, that's the other one. 5:12 p.m. Prosecutor's bright red steed came in a trot, real slow like.
A trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. Seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for a prince to ride on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Alright, compadre. Oh, the same one. Keeps getting me. Alright, compadre. Count of 3. Alright. What do you have to say? Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right?
Well. Aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:50. Oh, God. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab at the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Did that rhyme?
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together in a case a few years back. Death due to loss of blood, one knife wound. Died within an hour and a half at 4 p.m. Died within an hour and a half, 4 p.m. And they've been saying 5:15. So 5:30. Name of the deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36 male. Date and time of death, February 21, between 4 and 5:30. Oh, okay. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Wound was caused from a 12 centimeter knife. Single stab wound was found. A gifted prosecutor and a ruthless man who would do anything to get a guilty verdict. Miles Edgeworth. Dick Gumshoe, detective at the local precinct, in charge of the initial investigation. Emma Sky, high school junior and self-styled scientific investigator client. Sister of Lana Sky. Lana Sky, the defendant and chief prosecutor for the district, wounded on her right hand. Interesting. Angel Star, mysterious lunch lady, witness to the murder known as the Cough-Up Queen. Patrolman investigating the incident at the prosecutor's office. Thinks he's a cowboy. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor.
My sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot?
So it seems. By calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now. So how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you two, does it, Bambi? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just shoring hands right now. We're keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
You know, but a sad old cow dog. Can't do his tail. Can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cow dog's been kicked out of the cattle run by the other chief of police. By order of the chief of police. Just you don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? What's that? This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest that it belonged to the victim. I can't find anyone else who what it could have belonged to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Right. Let's check it out. Game I could play myself, thank you.
Display is still on the redial button.
Redial?
Mr. Wright? Most of the phones keep a record on the calls you've made and received. Just press the blue button on the dial on the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but like, even I know about things about like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever. Let's check out this phone. I've owned a flip phone, okay? Jeez. Trying to call me out. Now I wonder who the owner of this phone called last.
Not the self. The defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button.
Okay. Pepe D. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that phone, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose phone is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky.
What? That's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Not a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of the newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but some calling me read as we picked up the other phone. The wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for they shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone error, the court record. Wait. Was she trying to call Mia? Last call made on 5/18, the day of the murder? That's important. Is there anything else I can check? Okay, there's no need to do that here again. B block. It's through there that's where the visitors park.
I see the lunch line car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like that cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak.
Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy?
Just don't think about it too deeply and you'll be fine. Nope.
A block. It's the area reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
I dream one day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
Wow! Shade, ma'am. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon.
This rope, isn't it?
Yep. Related in the outline of the victim's body.
So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed his trunk on him.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. What's this? A note of sort. 675 12 2? It's not 12-2. It's 221 SL9. Unless I'm just going crazy.
Look, something's written on it.
675 12-2. Right, let's see here. 67S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above. That Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Well, itself, for a detective reason, go to Edgeworth. Not right.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman note added to the record. Now hold on. Oh, it doesn't let me turn it around. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
The crime took place on the ground parking lot, the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get big bucks. Not defense attorneys, though.
So there's no connection between Detective Gunman and my sister?
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. Now, prosecutor tomorrow? None other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambino. My condolences.
Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambino?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between the cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambino. Something must have gone to me. Maybe it's a dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will. Something's up to something. But who? Office atmosphere. Suspicious about Mr. Edgeworth. Been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence, arranging testimonies, you name it. He was unbeatable because he did it whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until we met you.
Both rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
Follow the rumors about Mr. Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Bambina. It's your sister. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What you're saying is Edgeworth making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe has taken off the case? Target him because he was the closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy, a note of the victim, and a cell phone.
So you think we'll be okay?
Well, there's still one thing bothering me about, is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. Guarantee that she's not a criminal.
Oh, by what way, Emma?
Yeah?
I know that your song phone play. I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
Is that the Steel Samurai thing? Yeah, it's the Steel Samurai theme, isn't it? The popular TV show for the kids. The phone just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. Oh! What does that mean? At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. The detective is murdered. The suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Like maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. Save-vous! February 23rd, 9:34 a.m., District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 2.
How did my investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
When you point out it was hers. Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas.
Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area.
Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome.
I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yeah?
A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoings. Never forget that.
Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. There's one decisive difference between you and her.
And that is?
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright.
My first trial without a Faye to help me. Hold on, before we do that, can we check the phone? There's no need to push this again.
What's wrong? Look like you look like I do during finals.
Never mind. It's nothing. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself.
Let's do this, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way.
February 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky, which is nice, but I'm going to save before I do this. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. I haven't been in court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a while now. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it on the prosecutor's office lawn.
Wow, he's so much more forceful in prison. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Notice how he said first witness. Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar? I've never even caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down.
Oh, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl.
Thanks. Will the written witness state her name and profession?
Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now.
Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I am not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What does that exactly mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. Uh-oh, it's an inside job. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Star was a detective?
I know who you are. Cough up?
Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady?
If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yeah?
Oh, that's the judge. I assume that is to keep visitors from taking up the prosecutor spots. Kia.
The crime took place by a car in the back A-lot. It was in the trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who is this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Floor plan added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It does seem some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Witness testimony.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on the way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was a finely honed detective instincts working. Then through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Interesting.
Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. Huh. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence to crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Mr. Stark, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, and as you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. I don't know about that, Chief. This boyfriend, he's a detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I will stick with my lunch, thanks.
Note to self, the judge has to think before replying. The security guard's room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign.
Oh, that's Phoenix! That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
When I sensed something, perhaps it was finally home detective instincts working.
Interesting. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's instincts, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like young cheese.
A young cheese?
A pale white cheese not yet tangy with experience on the streets, a greenhorn.
I, of course, am hard-yellowed, sharp as a tack.
I bet you stink too. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
By garish car, you mean...
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw? Are you sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away.
Oh, this doesn't have a thing for it.
I am certain it was her.
She's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always complain.
Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, Rookie.
Huh? Rookie.
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline somewhere. Could you cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
A photograph? A photograph? You took this? Bingo! Her arm was already hurt.
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. This is my first time. This is my first time seeing this photograph.
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. Yeah, but her arm is already broken. So what was the defendant doing at the time?
Holding a knife in her right hand.
Bingo bongo. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say it was a blade about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are by nature well versed in the location of man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg. For my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify as her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop the crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yeah. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought the knife down. Brought down the murder weapon.
Oh my fucking god. There's no way. No, I'm probably just imagining shit. That hair looks a lot like the cowboy. I see.
It's only the flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
It is not flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads on cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panic next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile at me like that.
Okay, let's see if this works. I'm gonna save just in case it's gonna fucking do that dumb thing where it's like, not yet, not yet. You need to find other evidence first. Hold on. No, I got it right. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Skye stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yeah. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph you took the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Skye not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we? It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken the moment after the stabbing. Hold on. Let me look at that photo real quick. I can't zoom in. No. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with that. Her arm's already broken. How can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh? The dark crimson stain on the prosecutor's coat. On the chief prosecutor's coat. It's a black and white photograph. Oh, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem except you. No problem except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to sit there and take this kind of abuse?
Ugh, got a better idea. I'm object and say it about the hand. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering a jumbo-sized lunch for the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was code calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in the photograph. Well, those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. How would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. The gloves do seem to tell the tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony. The rubber gloves prove it.
I can't make out what's going on in her hand there.
But why would she be wearing the coat? What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came out to the crime scene, she came to do the murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that she wasn't premeditated.
It's only a flash one, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr...
Oh, this is that one. Okay. Let's see if I can find anything else. on my way to deliver the lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finally honed detective instincts working. How do I prove that she's innocent? Or rather, that it wasn't premeditated. I don't have the rubber gloves, so I can't check something like that. You're gonna stop there. HR 90 acquired, but I'm gonna stop there because I want foods. Oh, that's fair. So what am I thinking about this examination? I'm trying to find a way to show that it wasn't premeditated. Let's try this and see if I can get it to do that. No, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry, but I can't see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Ow! I must be on the wrong track. I am on the wrong track. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Okay. (17:12) stated the day of the crime. It'll never show. Just comes to show, never know what you, it goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Let Let me see if there's anything in the back. Oh wait, is there like a date? Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This dated. It's the day of the crime.
The murder took place 3 minutes after Ezra's parked car. If only held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. Just goes to show that you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light.
Maybe it's the parking ticket. To show that it wasn't premeditated. I'm thinking the parking stub might say it because it'll be like it happened almost immediately. Oh, well, I guess I would say that it did. Maybe I'm on the wrong track. You guys are having the conversation here. Wonder what I can find to get them to show that she is either biased about it or that she knows something that she's not letting on. I don't know. Oh. Okay, so that is the last thing she says. Just not this picture. I'm gonna try it. Ah, damn it. It does not say that. Okay, so then it's not gonna be the time. It's gotta be something about how she says that she's feeling about it. Okay, it's trying to lead me to say that she was there. She hasn't said anything that would say otherwise. She was fired. Way to impress her for that. God damn it. Oh, wait, no, I did. Wait, that's huge, isn't it? Because it's an autopsy glove. I gotta find a way that it wasn't planned. Just give me a run for my money. I'm gonna go ahead and reload to... No, don't don't save. Oh, I can't just like reload. That's right. That's fine. How to prove that it wasn't premeditated? Maybe the cell phone? How would the cell phone do that? Goodman's ID wouldn't say anything. Wait, there was no connection. Let me try this. Wait, no, would that be the best way to... I'll try it. No. I know that, what's it called? The sheriff pointed out that they had no connection besides the one trial before. And I guess that the autopsy wouldn't show that. Maybe the little slip would? What happens if I click it now? Murder was planned. The Robogopes prove it. Let me try again to look into it. If she can already prove her claim the trial's over, I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. Let me press her again on everything. Maybe I missed something. So she clearly doesn't like it because she was fired, right? She was fired, therefore she has a reason to say that a prosecutor did it. has nothing to do with it. Well, it's just trying to tell me that... Oh, okay. Hmm. I'm thinking that, like, her knowing the size of the knife might be important. Hmm. Got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking here with the knife, because I don't know how she'd know it was a knife. As for the ID... Oh, maybe it's the ID because of where I found it. I don't lose anything by trying. Unfortunate. Damn. I already tried the note, right? Let's try the cell phone, and if it doesn't work, we'll restart it and try again. Yeah, it's not gonna work. That's a shame. Show me the picture of her. I tried the picture, but what's it called? They said that it has no bearing or something like that, so I was like, oh, that's like, alright, I guess. So I've been looking at other things. I'm thinking that she has a wounded arm, and I wanted to show that, but, like, yeah. I don't think the game wants me to do that immediately, so... That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecutor's claim. The court finds the defendants, Ms. Lana Sky, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within the months from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Okay. So we know it's this one. We'll try the photograph again, but if not, I'll try the trophy. Yeah, so thinking of having to prove it's not premeditated. I thought I checked, I thought I clicked this. Unless I didn't. Which I can still try that. I'm still gonna try the picture first. No, yeah. That didn't work. Okay, so it wasn't just imagining. We'll try the note, but I guess it's the only thing left. Because I'd also tried the phone, and the ID, and the parking stub. But alright. No. So I did try it before. Alright. I have a feeling that this is fine, right? Oh, well, besides the murder was planned. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not getting the hints it's telling me. Yeah. You're on the right track for the passage of premeditated comment. What do you mean? Oh, okay. So I'm supposed to be presenting for this one. Okay. I haven't tried this. I'm pretty sure I tested the knife, and I haven't done the floor plans. I'm gonna try the floor plans. I feel like the security room has a big thing to do with it, but we'll see. Nope. Ugh. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it at all. There's the trophy as well. That shows that it's not premeditated. I don't know how the trophy would show that it isn't premeditated. Lana had to know things would be where they were. That means it was planned. Edgeworth isn't an accomplice, right? Yeah. That's my thought process for the knife as well. But I'm pretty sure I tried the knife already. Or did I? Oh, I think I did the ID and then I was going to do the knife. Oh, I don't remember. Yeah. Could always reload if this doesn't work. That's fair. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife.
The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is my knife. We are the prosecutors, bad people. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye was planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing one of the special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. What the fuck's up with her face? Oh, she's sweating. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
I get that. I can see how that could be the case.
I'm sure I tested it out, though, unless I'm just misremembering. I mean, it's obviously the case that I'm misremembering because of that. Great, now the tide is turning in my favor.
Great, now show, Mr. Wright. My sister is good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Get it? What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself thinking that the tide has turned. Not even such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution would care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing that the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman.
Lana Skye determined to kill Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure that the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife into him again and again.
There it is. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like a premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Well, I do have something huge.
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Mrs. Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this. Take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to the loss of blood from one stab wound. Ha ha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one even noticed. Well, witness?
We bought the crime scene set, right?
Thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying that you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from the victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Tell us what you saw that you thought blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
Her red muffler? Oh. Miss Art has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenge her abilities that really set her off.
Short wick burns out fastest. It's a scientific fact.
I wonder, would it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax. Even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
You said that, but you haven't told us how you know.
That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe what she just said was merely a prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked.
Something half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why would you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim?
Her actions speak for themselves.
You have no proof that Miss Guy called him there.
You have no proof that she didn't.
Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lana Sky's phone.
She might have written it in a letter.
Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had reason to be there. Witness?
Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day?
What kind of grudge?
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge.
Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside?
How am I supposed to know?
See? We agree that there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. That's why the lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. Suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this?
It's simple.
Her red muffler?
Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at the moment's notice, I suppose.
She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people do often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib? That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Jesus.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
However, the autopsy report is clear on the matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder? Starr has turned out to be short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off.
Sure, we...
Challenging her abilities as a detective really sets her off. Proof that he didn't have a grudge? I don't think I have anything for that. I want to object at the phone to see if it'll piss her off. Wait. Why does this sound familiar? Oh shit. I'm thinking maybe doing the autopsy would show that that is the case. Maybe that'll set her off. We'll see. Unfortunate. Okay. Let's look for something else. Something to discredit it. I guess I could use the note for the second one. I'll try this still. Yeah, okay. We'll try the note next then. We're just gonna have to speed through the next part. I still have some things I want to try, so before I go and do that. Okay. Let me save, and we can try going through again. I'm just not following this case at all. I don't understand what they want me to do. Yeah, I do just see that. Okay. Let me make sure I press her on everything first. I'm gonna try and say that she's wearing the coat. Oh, I knew it. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind which stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be!
Only a true professional could be so clueless. I'm sure you'll make a good lunch lady when have no fear. Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really.
Well, now where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. Now back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the subject. Tell us about that.
Very well. Do remember some things, accurately at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of your testimony.
Most important part?
The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in the earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
Well, isn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
No thanks.
Note to self, Attorney Wright gets bitten by snake. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum.
Oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator that one, a leopard woman.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You're cross-examining, if you will. Attempting to run to the partition off to the side. One problem with that is you were in the second lot. No, really? That didn't count? It does! I guess I'll fucking show the picture then. Oh, sorry.
But she didn't do it. We have to believe me.
It wasn't Rita. Okay, let's try just pressing her and we'll see about that. So where is this partition on the floor plans?
I'm sure she means this wall next to the car.
That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what did you do then? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said. I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her more on the details. Press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunch line car was... Okay, so I just needed to press her about it. She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Star?
Yes, that's right.
But there is a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. Coffee Point, lunch lady athlete indeed. Wait. I don't think... I have nothing to prove that.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. But she couldn't have gone to the sister that fast.
Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet. Okay, there is a tall. About 9 feet high, too. How come Miss Guy didn't get away? She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say?
If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talk to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? You mean the cell phone? By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory. It's like a salmon hunting upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see Miss Star.
The chief prosecutor's first attempt to use the phone was hanging on the wall.
On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witness. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Never happened to good testifying. You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
Things I did to please a rookie defense attorney.
The word muffler was overheard during the call made at MN 518. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor was stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence.
Oh, and over that time, you climbed over the chain link fence?
And then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
She made to escape? Can you be more specific?
She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a plate of foie gras.
Huh?
She even kicked over an oil drum at me.
An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The other... Ah! The car entrance.
That's right. Doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition of the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries.
I wish I could solve a few more before finding more, though.
So Miss Sky tried to run. Sorry, my sister's suspicious, Mr. Right.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, no. That's the only clue? So Miss Sky tried to run?
Sorry, my sister's suspicious, Mr. Right.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me.
I'm gonna try and use the partition here to show that she couldn't have seen it. I have to conclude they have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought that you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out of 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
Huh?
Order, order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor.
She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's pretty good. That's quite a claim, Mr. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me to question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. The order of events. Where she saw it. She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is the significance about this fact? Nothing. It would be pointless for her to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. The witness did actually see Miss Kai using the emergency phone. In other words, Miss Star witnessed it from a different location. A different location? And now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to clever wordsmith Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? Oh. In order for her to see the telephone in both of them, she would have to be like around here. Or over here. Or in the security room. The picture would mean that she's here and not over there. But she still wouldn't have been able to see the phone. So I'm gonna guess the security room. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security guard room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second level, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to get the emergency phone she would be able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, right? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? I think that the tables could have turned. Today, man has got the better of Angel Star. Order, order! Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective, you should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said that she saw the crime from the security guard station. It won't change anything. Exactly. The photograph tells all. Well, that's why. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us, what is the reason, Mr. Wright? Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of more 3D view of the crime? And this is important, why? What? Wouldn't it mean that she couldn't take the picture, so, like, the hidden camera, you know? I guess the distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans is quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? You? Yes?
You ordered the squid wheels, right?
The quality of the lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was bringing a PB&J lunch with my boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew, I found myself running towards the sign of the scene of the crime, but the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Oh my god.
That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
I'm gonna press X to doubt. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was the woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do I have any evidence to stop this? Do I have any evidence to stop this? Do I have any evidence to say that she didn't do it? No, she didn't do it, but... Well, she wouldn't have been able to hear muffler, right? Unless that happened afterwards. 5 minutes between the witnessing the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You can make a pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente.
I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
A 5-minute blink? Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. Well, you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. Yeah, she even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Yeah!
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. She has a grudge against the defendant, and there is a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, the court is adjourned.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have a decisive evidence.
What is that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies. We have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Whoa! A triple-decker! Out of the deference to the witness determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Next time, because I am way over my time limit. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me on this wild adventure of trying to find out who did the bad. A whole lot of confusion, but hey, sometimes it's like that. Join me all next time on Tuesday, where I'll continue this and see if we can end it. And we'll see what we do from there. Y'all take care. I'll see you Tuesday. Nee.